Cool. So we're online.
Cool.
So we're on. First time on Twitch. So hi everyone. This is Jujitsu, and this is my first time live on Twitch. Woohoo! So last chance to play the Tinker's Cube draft before it rotates out, and we get Innistrad, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So let's have a go. I've done this a few times, and typically what seems to work is aggro. And yeah, so we'll see what we open. There we go. There's the 8th. So Chandra's always fun. Get some elementals. Black-red is pretty strong on the sacrifice theme. If you manage to pull that off. So if you want to ramp up, this is supposedly pretty impressive. Pardon me. I think it has to be the Chandra. The other cards here are just not as exciting. I guess this has some combo potential, but it seems a bit slow. Usually when you tap out for 5, then you wanna do something exciting. So it's gonna be a Chandra first pick. And hopefully we'll get the Blood Crypt back.
Anyone need a match? No. Too bad.
Hopefully. Mm-mm-mm. So not many exciting options here either, though Chandra's probably okay. I think that you see a pair of goblins is one of the few effects that will let you pump up your creatures, and red tends to amass an army. Sorry. So that's probably going to be our pick here. Other viable options that might wheel Thriving Bluff and Evolving Wilds. Even though when you're playing aggro, you typically do not want to go for tap lands because you're hoping to curve out. Otherwise, Necrotic Fumes would be decent if it manages to wheel. And I assume we're probably going to get one of the lands back, or the Necrotic Fumes. This format is pretty low on removal. Ooh, and we get a Magda. So 2-1 for 2, and she will actually let you ramp up into turn 4. Black-red also has a few pieces here which have a sacrifice theme. One is the Black-red Devil, if I'm not mistaken, which states that every time a player sacrifices something, then it pings for 1 damage. So if you pick that up, that would be great. But yeah, Magda's a really nice first pick. This also has to do with the sacrifice theme, but if you expend 3 mana to draw the first card, then it's typically a bit slow and you'd rather just beat down. We're not really locked into black yet, though that's typically my go-to. If green ends up being open, like if we wheel a giant growth, then we can end up in green-red as well. So speaking of amassing a small army, Chief is okay. I guess the Malphus squad is also decent. I don't value these as high in aggro decks because cycling is fun, but tap lands are not as fun. So probably the Beetleback Chief. Get a total power and toughness of 4 into the battlefield. This guy's also okay. He has some evasion and he gives you a 1/1. But I think you're better with a Chief, especially since we have see a pair of goblins. So we're in theme now, and if we pick any gobos later on, then we can synergize. So three really interesting cards actually, maybe even 4. Godzilla is a toughie. It's a 7/7 on turn 5, so that's pretty exciting. We have the Marauder here, which lets you cascade, which is awesome. If you have Delirium, which is hard to pull off, and we have the Fireblade Charger, and we have the Foreboding. Oh, sorry, I thought this was the Sacrifice a creature card, so not as exciting. So probably Charger or Delirium. I think I prefer the Charger on average. I've not been able to proc this, and I oftentimes will just prefer to cast this guy on turn 2. So let's go for the Charger right now. So currently we're mono red. Okay, and there we go. So that's a decent card as well. Village Rites, so sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards, and we have creatures to spare. So easy pick there. So expand some fixing. This guy's okay in limited, but it's going to be the Heartfire Emulator. That's going to be our pick. For those who played Forgotten Realms, this guy is actually okay in that format. He's pretty good. But I feel like Cube is just way faster. Okay, so this is one of the combo pieces. So we have a bunch of sacrifice themes, and the ridiculous bit is that this guy will react to treasures. So whenever you sacrifice a treasure, even to pay for something, this guy's going to get +2/+0. People often don't see it coming, and this guy can just get through for a lot. So that's definitely going to be our pick. And we will not see this booster pack again. Ooh, so we have the Fury, which is great. But we have the Blood Crypt, and in terms of fixing, it does not get any better than that. So yeah, this is a bit slow for aggro, and this isn't particularly playable either. 4 mana for 3/3 flyer. We don't really care to gain any life in this sort of deck. We're just trying to beat down. Okay, so Giant Growth probably won't create a food token or a treasure token. That's pretty cool. I think we'll take the Giant Growth. It's probably more in theme. And okay, we actually might play those. We won't play the Baron War, probably. We want our things to come into play untapped. Sure. Okay, so here we have Squee, which is fairly slow. Not your typical 2/1 for 3 mana. We have the Buccaneer, but I think our pick is going to be the Direfleet Hoarder. It's a 2/1 for 2. Whenever he dies, he creates a treasure. It's definitely no Magda, which creates one repetitively for every time it attacks, but it's still pretty good. Otherwise, not much we have here. For 3 mana, I think you typically want bigger creatures. 2/4 is hard to kill, but he doesn't do much, and whenever you discard a card, that could kind of work, but it's still not as exciting. You could look at his skill as a sort of fire breathing, where you can cycle through your entire hand. But I still think we'd rather have the Direfleet Hoarder. So we'll go with that. Ooh, okay, so Grim Lavamancer. Easy peasy. And really just nothing else for us here. Yep. Legit nothing. Nada. So Fabled Passage can work, but we have the Battlecry Goblin, and since we have quite a bit of goblins by now, this could definitely work out. Yeah, not typically what you'd like to do. We're not gaining life in this deck, so Battlecry Gobbo. Okay, so we have Siege Gang, and while I like the Goblin theme, I don't think you can really skip on Bone Splitter in aggro decks, especially since we have a single 1-drop, but hopefully we'll pick up more. Hitting the turn 5 and then untapping is not always what you want to do in aggro. You want to like really pressure them in, and Siege Gang is a kind of like cast then untap, and he can just die by your next turn. So weird argument, but I think that Bone Splitter is on average better than Siege Gang. I mean, nothing here is too exciting. We won't have so this is a 1/1 when it enters the battlefield. We're gonna have quite a bit of treasures though. I wonder. I haven't played this, but we're gonna have quite a bit of treasures. Okay, I'm gonna try this out and we'll see. I think that the 4-drop is like kind of okay. Strike Rich. I wonder. I mean, probably not, right? It is in theme with the artifacts and all, but this is a bit slow for a nuke. Even though we are going heavy on the artifacts, I was thinking of just picking up the Illuminate History in case we have anything with Learn. It's a pretty sweet card to bring from the board, so I think we'll do that. Don't think we'll play Strike Rich. And in terms of instants and sorceries, we probably don't have enough. This is more for the blue-red deck, I believe, with a lot of cycling. Yeah, sure. If we pick up there's the Ox and a bunch of other cards. Grim Lavamancer also enjoys cards in graveyard, so milling ourselves is good. We have Fixing, which is amazing, but we also have a 1-drop with Evasion, so that will have to be our pick. And so the first pack, I'm just gonna take the best card out of the pack, which is in my opinion Muldrifter. Let's see, think twice. Johnny's Pridemate, sheesh. Some decks are built around him. Who knows? Yeah, we'll take the Fixing. So pretty happy with the deck. 2 boosters in. And we currently have 17 playables with yeah, I wouldn't main deck this. Don't think this is really what you want to do with your main deck. So we strike it rich anyway. Woohoo. Okay, there we go. So it's the Mayhem Devil. So that's just silly. I mean, if you have a bunch of treasures, then this is the card you want to play. So every time a player sacrifices a permanent, not just you, any player, your opponent might be fetching a land, then this guy's gonna ding someone for 1 damage. So that's just crazy. Other notable picks are the Rimrock Knight. If we manage to wheel this guy, then that's crazy as well. But cannot pass on Mayhem Devil in this format. So I'm really fond of Lorehold Command, especially when we have so many treasure generators. This guy's okay, but a bit slow. Same concept with Siege Gang. So you can meme hard to get this, but you won't always. I think this guy's the pick, right? So 2/1 enters the battlefield. You'll either create another pest, or you can lose 1 life and draw a card. And this is once again just a bit slow. So think we'll go for this. And yeah, improve our 3 curve. Probably won't happen. Pyromancer. 2 instants. We are very low on removal. We also have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other option is Dead Weight, since we're so low on so very low on removal. It's a tough choice. I think I'll go for the Pyromancer anyway. Ooh, Theorist is so 2 really good options here. The Scrounger is great. It's a 3/2 for 2 that you can just return again and again and again. And the Theorist is pretty good as well. It's essentially card advantage. So you discard something that you want to play on the same turn, and rinse repeat. Both very good options. That's a toughie. Not a lot of Madness cards. They're both really interesting. I think I'll go for the Scrounger. Pillage is fine. Hammer. No, probably not as good. I think we'll take the Heartless Pillage here. And yeah, the deck is pretty much built, I'd say. We're looking for like another playable or 2, but we're pretty much good. This guy's okay. I don't love playing him, but he's okay. The Putrid Goblin. He's good with sacrifice engines. We kind of have one, but once again, as an option, it's not amazing. This is cool. The Mask. Probably prefer him over the Persist. Vorpal Sword, I would take it if we had an easier time with fixing. We just have the one land. I think I'll take the mask and we'll leave it at that. Okay, there we go. So luckily we don't have too many temptations and we can quite conveniently just take the fixing. This is nice since again this format doesn't have a lot of removal in it, but fixing is fixing and we're pretty good in terms of playables. Probably not, but who knows? Man, compulsive research wield. For shame. So we get the dead weight as well. That's nice. Oh, and we get the conspiracy theorist. Cool. So we're gonna be axing some cards here. Wow. I think there's a good chance we'll skip the pyromancer, the young pyromancer. We just don't have enough ways to trigger him, so he's just a 2/1 for 2. Not very exciting. Okay, so the deck is pretty much built. We're probably going to want to run less than 17 lands. Probably going to be somewhere around either 16 or 15. The Pyromancer is going to get cut. We're currently running 17 lands, so we're going to cut a land as well. Yeah, with one instant, two instants and just one sorcery, it's not enough to justify 2/1 for 2. In terms of mana, it's about pretty much even, so I think we can cut 1 and 1 perhaps. Is 15 too little, too few? Any other notable cuts we should make? Probably the mirror, and then we can go up with one of these. So that's reasonable enough. And in terms of creature base, currently on 16. Yeah. So that's the deck, and let's head on to round number 1. Opponent goes first. So not the fastest of hands. We don't have a 1-drop. We do have a 2-drop, and we do have some removal. But this is definitely a keep either way. Who knows, we might draw a 1-drop. Okay, so opponent is pretty slow. So we'll start with the Heartfire Emulator. And hopefully he'll play something on his turn that dies to dead weight, then we can swing for 3. We'll see how it goes. Another strange option would be playing the Mire Triton. And okay, so that's going to be a... Okay, it's going to be a 4/3. I wonder... We could have a strange play where we play the Triton and then we sacrifice the Triton with Village Rites to turn our guy into a 3/3 and trade. Probably don't want to do that though. Okay, I think we just keep populating the board. So let's start with dead weight. It's not the best in terms of value, but it does let us swing for this turn. Now let's go for Mire Triton. And I don't see him blocking. Oh wow! So we actually put 2 lands into the graveyard. That's interesting. If he swings, we don't block. Oh, that's pretty useful. So he's gonna start. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So he could actually gain 4 life every turn. So there's a point in trying to kill that guy. Okay, so let's see what happens when we swing with... Let's cast Magda. Let's see what happens when we swing with everything. Okay, so I will sacrifice Magda, just so to get the other the additional 2 damage through, and I just have to trade. Otherwise, he's gonna be you know, returning him again and again, and he's gonna have 4 life every turn. I hope, and we're actually like kind of break even, right? Because we spent 2 resources and we drew 2 cards, so break even, and we want to increase the pressure here. Okay, so that's a pretty slow response on his part. If he doesn't drop a creature, then we're doing pretty well. Pretty well. Is he gonna cast it for 1? Suspicious. Yeah, that's fine. That is not a very exciting play. So we can swing. And so I think we want to just populate the board. This guy also has some evasion. And I'm going to create a servo because we have the pair of goblins and we have the nettle cyst. So it's going to be a bit bigger. Okay. You're a wizard, Harry. And a dinosaur. Does he have the ascend? 2, 3. Oh, yeah, he does have it. So I guess that if I swing with the squad, we just kill the bird, right? It's not too bad. Yeah, so we'll kill the bird. So I think we'll play this guy, and we'll play this guy. Okay, so no blocks. We don't care much about our life total. We are here to kill. Okay, so 5. I wonder. So if we swing with this guy, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 on target attacking creature and untap it. So if we sacrifice 2 creatures, we can kill pretty much anything. So let's make a point out of that. So what say you? Okay, I'll just take it, that's fine. And we'll play this. And we'll end. Once again, we'll take it. So it's going to be 7. There is no double strike card in this format, as far as memory serves. So now we'll take it. Now we have to ask what happens if... yeah, hopefully he just drew another land. If he drew another land, I think we can try to go for lethal. I'm not sure if we'll have enough. Okay, let's... So 3 creatures to get through, it's probably 9 damage. Okay, let's play this. Let's play this regardless. And let's swing. So if we'd want to, we could currently deal 1, 2, so 6 damage plus sacrificing this. That would be quite a bit. So we could deal 6, 8, 9 damage if we like 10 damage even if we sacrifice and hit face. Let's give it another turn though. If he casts like anything with lifelink, then we can also just chump block and you know, like sacrifice. I think we can go lethal next turn. Let's see how it goes. Okay, Nadar. Sure. So he's probably gonna exile him, and okay, he's gonna get a goblin. Yeah, scry one, and then he's gonna get a goblin. Sure. Just under the assumption that he doesn't have giant growth, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, and he's gonna return him, but I think that's lethal. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the main phase because Bone Splitter as well. I wonder. Okay, let's start by sacrificing this to kill the Gobbo. If 2 creatures get unblocked, we can deal a total of 6 damage. No, it's not enough. Okay, let's go ahead and swing. This time he's gonna have to block it. Okay, so this time we will activate. We'll sacrifice the pest. And we'll equip this. Could also cast. So I think that any event where he gets trample is going to be pretty problematic. So let's hope that does not happen. And okay, I think we will not equip. I think we'll just go Bone Splitter pass. And we'll end. Uh-oh. It's fine. So I think we have to get rid of the we have to get rid of Nadar. We're still in trouble, but I think that if we get rid of Nadar, we still have some reasonable chance. Yeah. Does not look very promising. I think that at the end of turn he's just gonna return the Meteor Golem, and it's gonna be all she wrote for the Soul Priest. Yeah, not the best start there. Oh well, so it's been fun. So that's round number 1. Wonder if it would have looked any different if I would have kept the dead weight early on. But probably not. It's Very specific themed deck that phases out creatures, exiles, returns them. Okay, so 0 and 1, round number 2. This is a toughie. So I think this is a keep. We can curve out up to turn 2. We do not have any black mana, but I think we have a good 9 outs overall. And I think that just, going turn 1, turn 2 can be aggressive enough against some of the decks. So we'll hope that's correct. And if we by some chance draw one of those 8 or 9 swamps, then we're going to have a pretty crazy start. Yeah, that's actually really good as well. Probably even better than the Heartfire Emulator. Yeah, way better. So it's not a swamp, but it's another land. Swing. And yep. I think that if he swings, I might actually... What does that do? Flying in first strike. That's a toughie. So he's going to be able to generate treasures all day now, huh? Okay, bummer. Okay, that's pretty good. So if we play the dead weight, we can just swing. Otherwise, it's Slaughter Priest and go. We can actually swing with both of them if we put the dead weight. That's a consideration. It is a 2-for-1. It's not something I'm very excited about, but I think it's yeah, I think it's decent. So swing, swing. Okay, and I actually think we're gonna sacrifice him now. We're gonna sacrifice him, and then next turn we're gonna be able to remove 2 cards to hit face, or just use the Lavamancer for whatever reason. Might also want to save it if he doesn't play something too interesting, but it really sets him back in terms of tempo because he's gonna need to pay 4 mana to equip them all now. So it is in a sense like a 2-for-2 because we're racing him. He's gonna have to play a pretty big guy. Okay, those are not the droids he's looking for. And other creatures you control enter the battlefield. Okay, so if he plays something, we can, in response... okay, so yeah, I think we'll do that. 1, 2. So, that's pretty good. And we'll cause him to discard 2. He might just empty his hand next turn. So this is quite viable. And yeah, so Mountain and that one. And we'll play the Slaughter Priest, and we'll gladly use the Lavamancer. Okay, there we go. So there's the win. The reason we'd rather use the Lavamancer than the treasure is because we can then remove him for the artifact creature and return him. So way easier second time around, and waiting on them servers. Nice. So this is one of the more aggressive starts we can generate with this deck. So Paladin, Fleeter Goblin, and perhaps Pillage. Ooh, I wonder. So I'm gonna save this because we can cast this on turn 4 probably, and like cast it and give it haste. So yeah, so things are looking pretty good. So we can go for the Heartless Pillage, but I think I prefer just playing the Putrid Goblin. Reason is that if we get a land, any land, we can just go Battlecry Goblin, Pump Swing, and we're also going to get the bonus off of him. So, like, as long as we have the advantage in terms of board, then I think this is the way to go. Otherwise, we could just swing with everything, and I mean, for Sworn Paladin makes some of his trades really, really poor, so I'm also happy to humor him with that as well. I think it's going to be like a double block onto Forsworn. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. That means that he can have slightly better blocks. Okay. Me no likey. Okay, so let's see what happens when I swing this way. It's going to be like a 2-for-1. Is he just going to take it? Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. We got the Persist as well. Sure, sure, sure. And now we can either go Battlecry Goblin or Deadweight. We can also play the Maulfist squad. I think probably Deadweight is like, it's the relevant time to Deadweight. And we'll just go Battlecry Goblin. So we probably won't get the Pack Tactics next turn. Oh, that's no fun. Okay, so let's see what happens when I swing with, say, yeah, let's say with these two. I'm probably going to use the treasure so I get to kill both. I'm not, like, in love with this trade, but I think this is, I don't know, reasonable. If he goes single block on Putrid with a Master Splicer, I'm just going to okay with it. If he double blocks the Paladin, I'm probably going to pump him with the treasure. So he's okay with taking 2. That's, in a way, like, my ideal. And I'm going to go Pillage and just pass the turn. Next turn we can play, especially if we draw land, we can play Chandra. Oh, that's pretty useful. Okay. Oh, that would have been a problem. Would he have that much mana? Yeah, so this is another game that is a bit slow. We are getting mauled today. Simply mauled. Flying first strike. Okay. No vigilance though, right? Okay.
Anyone need a fire started? No? Too bad. Don't worry. I brought company.
Actually, we could have caused him. We could have gotten him to discard his entire hand. That was. That's what we should have done probably. This is an option, but we probably should have went with the other bit. So swing, swing, and it's probably gonna block one, right? Yeah, that's fine. We could pump for another 2 damage at the cost of 2 treasures, but that's probably not the way to go about it. So I guess we'll end. I think the right play would probably have been to just cast the pillage. You know, and just make him discard his hand, and we're kind of in this weird stalemate. If he plays slow or re-equips it, I'll probably do that next turn. There's a good chance he's just going to attack the Chandra, though. Do I smell an Oblivion Ring of sorts? Okay. So, block with Putrid Goblin. And let's... Oh, and he's just gonna exile? That works for me. I mean, he can block, so I can just swing with the Paladin. Gutter Bones. Okay. And hopefully he just passes now. Because then it means I can just wipe his hand and swing with the Paladin. Yeah, that's fine. I should have, wait. Okay, I'm going to cast it by now, but I should have swung first and then done that. So let's go auto pay. So if I swing first, I get the treasure, because I'm probably not going to block with the Paladin anyway. Yeah, so that was a really decent discard. And we can swing with the Paladin, but I think I'll pass on it. We'll just create a treasure. And we'll force him to like really overcommit onto the Chandra. Or just swing with the Splicer, we'll see. We will see. I think that if he will only swing with the Scrunger, I'll probably block it with the Battle Cry. If it's 2 creatures, then I'll let him have it. Okay, that works, so nothing to consider. Farewell, Chandra.
Happy right now.
So this guy equipped is going to be a problem because he's going to have lifelink. That's probably his next turn. Menace lifelink. What happens when I swing? Okay, that's expected. So I guess we go Magda, this guy. And we will fabricate. And I think his next turn will be just re-equip swing. And so he'll be gaining 5 life 4. No, we'll be getting 4 life. Yeah, there we go. So we need you come upon 2 goblins, I think. And we'll take it. We're gonna have to try and race him. That is not the card we're looking for. Okay, so 11. Do we have lethal? That's the first question. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can pump this is more effective in terms of mana. So we need another 8 damage. Probably not, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another Gobbo. That's 10. So we won't have lethal either way. But it makes a lot of sense to you know, nuke him for as much as we can. So let's go swing, 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 swing. And we'll keep this back just so we don't lethal out. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So let's do it. And let's see how he blocks. I think there's a case for him to want to, yeah, kill both the goblin and, okay. So, no point in pumping Battlecry Goblin, because that's 2 mana for not so much damage. But we will pump this guy. Okay. No, let's do this slowly. 1, 2, 3. Interesting, it prioritizes to pay with the treasure. So, pump. And pump. Let's do that manually again. 1, 2, 3. So we're still faster than the opponent in terms of damage. He's still going to be gaining 4 next turn, but you know, we can chump block, we can swing again. As long as he's not drawing way better than we are, then I think we're okay. Because we have this extra 4 damage we can bring out of nowhere. And yeah, his big problem is that he doesn't have any blockers, right? So if he cannot come up with a blocker this turn, he's in some trouble. Okay, so we'll chump. Even though, do we need to? I kept this guy back in case he like blocks really aggressively. Let's see if he has a blocker. Would it matter? Don't think it would matter if he has a blocker. Depends which blocker. Nope, don't think it matters. Just 1 card in hand, and this way we're like guaranteed to have another turn if we don't kill him this turn. So let's see what he does. The Gutter Bones is back. Yep. And that's the land. Cool. So let's go ahead and swing, swing, swing. So that's going to be 5 plus 4. That's going to be 9. So he's going to be on 3 life. Minus 2. Yeah, so we're going to be swinging with everything. We're going to be pumping, I think, once this turn. No, okay. Once again, without the treasure. Let's go to this guy. So, 7 damage. And unfortunately, we have to keep this so we can play the Triton. I hope that if he keeps drawing, you know, if he keeps missing draws, then we might get it this time. If he slows down, like if he stops attacking with the Null Priest, we can also chill. Because I think he has both First Strike and Lifelink, so attacking into that is pretty painful if you can't kill your own creatures in response or something to deny him the Lifelink. If he has removal, it is lethal. I'm wondering if he's thinking about it. Any removal is lethal. And if you drew another land, you should probably just stay behind and defend. Okay. Okay, so let's think about it. I'll just return it either way. Yeah, let's think about it. I wonder if we want to tank it this turn. If we don't have a sacrifice method, then I think we will... We cannot attack if we don't have a way to sacrifice, guys. Okay, I think we'll take it because any form of like sacrifice, when we're good, we can just easily get through. Like if we have like, there we go. So I'm pretty sure this is lethal. He's gonna have to block like really well in order for this not to be lethal. So let's let's go ahead and swing with everything. And yeah, worst case I just like pump the gobbo. So swing with everything. What say you? That was a really good draw, by the way. A really good draw. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, however he does it, I want opponent to know that I will be sacrificing this creature, so he will not be gaining any life. And now I will be paying 1, 2, 3 in order to pump this here gobbo. And if he doesn't have any other fast effects, then that is lethal. Good stuff. Good stuff. So 2-1, right? 2-1 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. And that was a toughie. I did not know if we'd get there. I mean, once opponent has a life gain engine, then it's so difficult for the aggro decks. I think that what makes perhaps this run a bit more difficult than previous ones I've had with this format is not having any removal. This is an amazing start. So we go first and we bring on the pain. So it's going to be Charger. And I think it's going to be Charger Bone Splitter. We'll see. We will see. Yeah. It's going to be Charger Bone Splitter. For sure. And next turn we actually have a really nice follow-up as well. We can populate the board with another 2 creatures. And then it gets messy. I think most cards he's going to play now are going to trade with our guy. Which also mean 3 damage to face, right? So let's start by like I swing. I think that's a pretty easy trade for him, right? Wow. No, says he. No, says he. Okay, I guess he's gonna have a 4/4 next turn, right? Yeah. So we have this weird option where we can create a treasure, and then we can sacrifice this guy to damage him. That would deal 6 damage. Other option is to just swing with a fire charger and see what happens, but that's a bit slow. We'd be dealing 6 damage, and it would be acting as removal. Yeah, I think it's reasonable. So let's go ahead and 1, 2. Let's sacrifice this guy. So damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty far away from the city's blessing, and next turn we're going to be swinging with the Forsworn Paladin, so I think we're doing okay. Another land would be huge. Huge, huge, huge. Can also just go Call Blood Mage as well, just like... okay, I wonder. Okay, let's equip. I have to assume like there's going to be some sort of removal here. Okay, so when I swing... there's an angel in this format, a 3/4 flying with flash that lets you like phase out your guys. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so much value. Okay, still pretty good. And that's a question. So there's a shtick with these two where you can create a treasure and then you can sacrifice that treasure, giving a creature +2/+0 and death touch. And then you can viciously use that to ding them for 1. That I'm not as happy that they cast, but we will trade for a 2 for 1. So okay, he has the beetle, if he so pleases. And I guess that's gonna be a 3/3, right? It's got to be. Okay. So clearly no, I will not block. And it looked like it was going so well. Okay, I think I'll offer a 2 for 1. See what opponent thinks. I think he has to trade. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. So, yeah. Ding ding. And... I think we'll go for the servo here, and we'll end. Maybe I should have followed up with exiling that. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Sure. Okay, so once again, no blocks, no blocks, no blocks. Oh. Let's go ahead and equip. And let's swing. I assume I'm going to be killing the beetle. Yep. So beetle. Sure. wonder if I want to go Pest. Looks like we're going to be doing a lot of chump blocking, so I will go Pest. Even though a card is just as useful, but I think probably Pest is the way to go. We'll pass. He gets to gain 3 life regardless, so sure. I think that the only card that might help us is you come by a pair of goblins. That's like the only out we have here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I think that's all she wrote. It's gonna be a 2/2. Yeah, so cannot block. Can't not block, and no, that's it. Ah, tough stuff. Where are the control decks? We're playing against mid-range and Naya all day. Very difficult matches. So round number 5, currently running 2-2. Yeah, so fairly reasonable. There we go, so hopefully we're playing against some form of control now. Putrid Goblin, swing for 1, and if he does not cast a creature, we're going to be swinging for 5 next turn. Chandra? Question mark?
It's better than having a plan. Basically, anything.
Say it ain't so.
Hey, these little guys are great.
Beetleback Chief. Beetleback Chief. Wizard class? Question mark? Okay. No, not quite. Not quite. Okay, so I think we go for the same plan. 2 elemental dudes. And we will attack with everything but the Lavamancer this time. I'm guessing the Putrid... Wow, that's kind of surprising. So, Chief. Wondering if he has like some sort of like pyroclasm or something. That'll be pretty terrible. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna swarm him. Opponents are thinking about it. Ooh, okay. Okay. So, 3-2. Still a bit of a skeptic. I think that usually losing games early on indicates that the deck is probably not the best. The earlier on, the easier the matches are typically. And I think that this deck is definitely lacking in terms of removal. Some of the early matchups were not ideal. I think we'll do way better against the control variants. Actually, we've never seen our Devil either. The Devil would have been crazy in all of the matches. So, Bone Splitter, Hoarder, and then swing turn 3, I guess. If he casts something that increases mana, then I'll maybe nuke that, but otherwise, this is the plan. We have a very reasonable curve out here. Mask of Immolation. Hopefully it's going to be like a 3-1 or something that we can just nuke. Wow, even better. So, equip. Looks like he has a response. Or he's just deep in thought. Wants to... So, swing. And this guy. So, anything without first strike, and he is expected to take a beating next turn. Or at least trade in some fashion. So this is a toughie. We can get him down to 9. And I think that's what we want to do. I think that's probably what we want to do. So let's POW. And let's swing. And yeah, I think this is reasonable. So we could have either done that or like re-equip the Bone Splitter. But we'll see what he wants to do. Okay. Yeah, so this, like, essentially killing that stuff is just going to render his U control. Okay, so EOT, let's say I kill this. Maybe he has like some sort of like fight and response or something. One can only think. Giant Growth would be funny. Probably not. Okay, so that was an interesting call. So he really wants that guy to survive. Okay, so go on him. We're still gonna swing. So I attack you. Wow, that is some determination. I mean, I don't know. I guess he could have just I don't know, like blocked with a Dryad and okay, get style points, whatever. So let's go for. I wonder if Chief or Squad. I think this guy's gonna get through a bit easier, right? And I think I'll go Servo. And yeah, let's end. Okay, so yeah, De Nada. I mean, we went through efforts to make sure that that doesn't go through, but okay. Now for the what are the cards that cost 6? Where are they? And where's my devil? Where's the 3 mana 3/3? Whenever you sacrifice and anything deals 1 damage. Okay. Trials of Strength. If we had 6 mana, well, if we draw him, it's crazy. Well, that's weird. So no blocks clearly. My guy has Menace. I wonder if he knows that. So my guy has Menace. So I attack you. And he's like, nice. Yeah, I agree. It is nice. And I can actually... Okay, so I'm going to play this, and we can either, like, quote-unquote, overcommit the board, or we can... Like, I kind of want to save the village rights in case he casts anything with lifelink, so we can block sacrifice. We can also do that by equipping the mask, but I don't know. Okay, so that is one of them cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, sure. Okay, my turn. So this is gonna be a pretty aggressive trade for opponent. So let's go ahead and swing and so if he blocks this guy with 2 creatures, yeah, I don't see any like super good trades. So it's either he blocks with the guy with the 4 toughness plus one of those. Yeah, this looks good. Like if he blocks this guy with a 2/4, then we're still gonna be trading pretty even. Yeah. Yep. So clearly, I'm gonna be killing the guy with the lifelink. And yeah, let's do it that way. And now we go on 1 Mississippi. And I think we'll just cast this guy this time. Yep. I think his plans for next turn are fairly clear. That's pretty expensive for a 1/1. I mean, if you manage to get the full 4 tokens, then it's pretty reasonable. Or especially if you can, you know, like copy treasures and stuff like that as well. But as a standalone, especially if you need those creatures to fend for yourself, so it's a pretty raw deal. Yeah. 'Tis not a good sign, opponent. 'Tis not a good sign. That's funky. So I think lethal. I think lethal. Equip this to a Gobbo. He blocks 4 and 3, takes 4. It's not lethal, but it's close. Okay, another creature? Question mark. Okay, so GG for sure. Nice top deck. Good stuff. It is misleading how good this card is in this format. You just don't have a lot of other cards that have a similar effect. So the goblins, we see a pair of them. Let's make sure we pay this right. Now, just in case the MTG whatever decides that we need the extra red mana. So, hello. Nice. And pow. GG. So round number 6, I think. 3-2? Question mark? No, sorry, we're 4-2. So, yeah, reasonable enough. So round number 7. Zyko. So no 1-drops, but definitely a lot to do with mana here. Probably going to start with Magda. Like Magda Chandra. And then just go turn 4 Battlecry Gobbo. We don't have any surprises. Now he comes. Tisk. So Magda. Now I wonder. I think there might be a case for just going like Paladin. We'll see. Oh, this is a toughie, so we have a lot of options. I kind of like the Theorist as well. And then if... yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. They synergize really well, so let's swing. I could have also played the Battlecry Goblin instead of the Paladin. That was also an option. But we could also just do that next turn with haste. But yeah, I think this is reasonable. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. So Let's go swing, swing, swing. Okay, so let's pay 1. I would like to play the Fireblade Charger. Okay, what say you? Right. So we're gonna be ping. So 1, 2. So the downside right now is that we do not have a lot of ways to we don't have a lot of mana basically. But opponent has not played very quickly, so let's see what happens when we do this. Still pretty good. That is not the best pass, but it looks like he's a bit screwed on mana as well. Okay, so let's try that again. 1. And swing with everything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. I mean, I could pump again, but I have to assume he has like some sort of response. Okay. Guess not. Well, that was pretty good. So, round number 7. Cool. So 5 and 2. On to round number 8. Yeah, pretty good. I think probably Heartfire Emulator turn 2. Probably. Just a bit more, a few more options when you play it that way. And next turn, Blood Mage. Like, there are creatures I would, like, nuke. I think I'm pretty happy trading as well. Let's see what opponent thinks about this. Okay, he does not agree. And I'm gonna play the Putrid Goblin. There are plays where I'm gonna be discontent enough with the creature he's playing to just kill the Dean. So, so I'm hoping he doesn't play another creature. That's my hope. So, sure. And if he plays another creature, then we're kind of okay. So this will respond, and we can argue that, I don't know, we remove the blocker or something. There is a case for removing that stuff as well. Okay, let's start by swinging. And I think we have to like lose 1 life. We don't really have much of a game plan at the moment. Okay, there we go. So Theorist is a good game plan. And he also fuels our Lavamancer. Much fun will be had. That guy is a toughie. Okay. So Yeah, that's what I thought. And sadly, we're gonna have to go Theorist, Scrunger, and pass. Should have probably played the Swamp first so we have red mana. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, and he's probably just gonna go Papa Bear. Okay, it's actually a reason. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on each creature you control. So we have to swarm him basically now, right? That's the game plan.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pyromancer. Say hi to my fiery friends.
Okay, so we really have to rush him now. Yes, we do. Or yes, we shall. Ah, this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Wait, I paid 1 though. Is it non-land? Okay, so that was a big baddie on my part. I for some reason assumed that we're gonna be able to play that this turn. So no such luck. Yeah, that was my bad. We should have played it and then swung then, so that we can activate the Lavamancer. Though if he goes bear, I think we're okay. Okay, it's a bit more difficult. Ouch! 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 So swing for 1,000,000? Question mark. That's a question. So, no blocks, I guess? Yeah, no blocks.
Just beans walk it off, Chandra.
Just walk it off, Chandra. Yeah, and I think we just have to play this. Okay, learn. As long as it's not life gain, I think we're okay. Scrytooth and draw a card. Okay, so... Can we play this guy? And we pass. And we just try to drag this out for long enough. You know, like chump block, hit you for 2. Okay, so that's a bummer. Who do you fight though? I'm not sure if that's what the way he wants to go about it. Okay, so they've fought. Okay. Sure. So I think he can swing with like 2 creatures. That's the... Wow, that's surprising. So I will keep nuking you. Say remove 1 and 2. And I think this is probably the safest play. We'll create a servo. And we'll end. I think he should have fought the... Like, if he would have fought the Lavamancer, then we would have been in some serious trouble. This way, I think we can actually win. Right. So, I don't know. Maybe he has, like, something crazy, but... Right. Come on, Desperation Swing. There you go. There you go. Okay, so... 1 block, 2 block. Let's go 3 block. And I will take 9 damage, right? Yeah, 9 damage. Go. Yeah, I think that was a huge misplay on opponent's part. So 2 damage. Yeah, I mean, this guy will get there. He will get to the 6 damage, so gives you so much additional reach. I think that if he would have fought the Lavamancer, would have just been done for. So 6 and 2, the legend continues. Who would have thought after a measly 2 for 2, the underdog, Thopter Pi Network. Opponent goes first. I don't think this is a Maul. I mean, we have a game plan of sorts. Yeah. I would have been happy if we would have just like played something I'm like, aha, deadweight then. How'd you like them apples? Okay, and we'll go for the quarter. Opponent seems to have a, I don't know, response for like 1 black mana. A bit confusing. I would be happy to have this. Oh, right, Evolving Wilds, right. Okay, so that is the response he had in mind. The mirror match. Dun dun dun. Or is it? I say just play something and pass. Alright. Sad part is I think I need to trade so that I can, so I go like swing. Actually not bad, right? 2 zombies for 3. Okay. And we will go for... I think we'll go Emulator and Deadweight. And maybe I should have saved the Deadweight so that we have like +1/+1. Nah. Yeah. Maybe. 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 Yeah, this is actually not an aggro deck, right? He has green mana here, it's a mishmash. So more zombies. Table racks. Ruh-oh. Ruh-oh. So I think we have to kill it. No matter what. So let's swing with everything, see what happens. Okay, we'll just cast this for this effect. And we'll pass. Oh, that's a toughie. So he gets to ding our Direfleet Hoarder. Sucks to be us. Okay, and we need to make sure that we do not use that treasure. We have not seen our Mayhem Devil. Is there any chance we did not include this in the main deck? I don't think we've seen our Mayhem Devil once throughout the entire draft. Not one time. That is nuts. Okay, so I think we'll swing with this guy, see what happens. Hopefully I just go Heartless Pillage next turn. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Whenever another creature dies, oh, that's actually a bit problematic. Um, a lot of things are gonna die this turn. Okay, so let's start. She's gonna be huge. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our last match. It has been too difficult. So he's gonna probably ding the other guy, and she's gonna pump her, right? Yeah, that is awful. I'm not sure how we can contend with her. Maybe we should have just dinged her off the bat. Okay, now that I think about it, I think we're just gonna have to kill her. I just don't see us winning with. Okay, she's actually still going to get one of the counters, so that's awful, and that's gonna resolve beforehand. So that was pretty terrible. That was pretty terrible, and now she's gonna get two of those, and everything dies nevertheless. That is nuts. Okay, second main phase, we're gonna go for Heartless Pillage, but where is our Mayhem Devil? I'm gonna have to see, like, maybe it's sideboarded or something, but we have not drawn it one time this entire draft. We've seen the Heartless Pillage a million times. We've seen all these cards, like, in numerous times. Never have we seen the Heartless Pillage. So, I don't know. Bright side, maybe we get to... we need to kill the Mayhem Devil, and I'm not really sure how we're gonna be able to do that. We do not have a single removal in this deck.
I'm happy as a hellion to start some fires.
Okay, so awkward, but let's go. Right. Empty your hand. Yeah, so that was a misplay. I think that the moment that creature hit the board, we should have probably killed it somehow. But so difficult. Mayhem Devil's so strong.
I'm telling
So
all the
very
Rudy on
strong.
you.
Yeah, weird deck. And yeah, I guess we could drop it. So imagine we had a Mayhem Devil. One day, when I grow up, I too want to own a Mayhem Devil of my own.
Ugh, training is so hard.
I really don't think we have any other sources of nukes. Like, we have no way to, accumulate 3 damage. Suspicious. Suspicious. Oh, he's gonna sacrifice a draw card. Okay, so no blocks, clearly. Nuts. That was nuts. Okay, I think this is probably a good time to wrap it up. Opponent can just juggle creatures. So I think we'll let this go run for like one more turn, and then we'll probably just concede. It's been a decent run though. After going 2-2, then finishing 6-2 is pretty difficult. So just one win under the 7-0. Okay, it's been a good bonanza. Actually, sure, jump block. Oh, menace. Oh, I get it. Okay, so we have to double block her, and otherwise she sacrifices something and then it deals 1 damage. It has been fun. It has been fun. I'm gonna validate whether or not we have the Mayhem Devil in our deck. I could have sworn. Let's see, let's have a gander. Yeah, we have the Mayhem Devil, we just never drawn it either. Yeah, that is bonanzas. Anything else we have never seen? And I think we've seen all of the cards multiple times, with the exception of like our strongest combo piece. Yeah, nevertheless, you know, six wins is a decent finish. Hope it's been interesting, and I'll catch you guys next time. GG. Woohoo.